believed to be the smallest detached home in Britain, yours for $400,000. That axiom has been proven once again with a tiny home now on the market in Britain, a home called Sunset Lodge. Although a couple has lived in it for 14 years, its dimensions, about 10 feet by 8 feet, are barely big enough for anyone to put in furniture and a television. If there is one area in life in which size really doesn't determine cost, it's real estate. The most important criterion that affects a home's value is location, as any seasoned real estate salesperson can attest to. Where the house is located is the most appealing aspect of this sale. It's on a grand estate property near Tedcaster in North Yorkshire. The lodge is one of two situated near the front gates of the Georgian-style main house called Grimston Park, a massive place that's no longer used as a single-family country home but rather as a luxurious housing. The lodge has access to enormous grounds on which the buyer might wander, close to a river and away from the bustle and busyness of London. In fact, Sunset Lodge might make the perfect weekend getaway for an urban dweller who longs to escape 1 or 2 nights a week. It's on the market for an eye-popping price of £250,000, which is roughly $400,000. The lodge has been updated in keeping with the estate's original architecture. For example, there is a luxurious bathroom with a ceiling that undulates and curves like the curves of the house. There is also a dressing room, living room, and kitchen on the main floor, and a built-in fireplace that keeps the place toasty warm no matter the weather. And up a flight of stairs is a kind of built-in double bed, a place to sleep and little more, but nonetheless a lovely space designed to make the most of every inch of the room. Outside, the view of the river wharf is visible in the distance. Living in this tiny house has, in some respects, all the upsides of owning a grand estate: the views, the river, the grounds, and none of the downsides, including mowing the lawn, caring for huge gardens, and paying for property taxes. Rachel McPherson, the salesperson from Carter Jonas Real Estate who has listed the property, recently told the Daily Mail that being in the home is rather like being on the estate used for filming Downton Abbey. The gatehouse was built from massive blocks of limestone and has many elaborate, if slightly odd, architectural details, including a large metal figure of war in a kneeling position perched on the roof. The UK seems to cherish odd, almost eccentric homes, like one that recently went up for auction in Wales that came complete with all the belongings of the owner from the 1970s. In that case, much junk had to be cleared away before anyone could even hope to begin renovations, which would no doubt add significant costs to its low price tag. But Sunset Lodge is modern, sleek, and completely modernized within its narrow walls. Whomever decides to put in an offer will likely be an individual who doesn't suffer from claustrophobia, enjoys the grandeur of English estates, and doesn't mind being unable to host lavish dinner parties or other social engagements because there simply isn't any room. But the British pride themselves on being eccentric, and this house is a reflection of that national characteristic.
The world is filled with stories going viral every single day. But how many of these sites can you actually follow? We understand that your day should start with positive stories, stories that resonate with you. And so we started JoJo Stories. Our mission is to create meaningful stories that cover everything from animals to anthropology, history to environment and lifestyle. The kind of content you read on our site will be one you'll want to share with your family and friends. We hope you'll join our growing family and be part of our community. Welcome to JoJo Stories. JoJoStories.com.